For over 20 years, I've dedicated my life to bringing you the very best selling, marketing, and business building strategies to keep your business thriving. Get ready to experience the success you've been searching for. Welcome to the Tom Ferry Show. Hey everybody, welcome to the Tom Ferry Show, episode 102. Today we're talking about $10,000 checks and real levels of commitment. Watch this quick video. Talk to me. We're going to do two last questions and we're done.
Mary Angel Wilkinson from the Houston area in Texas.
Did I hear Mary Jo?
Mary Angel.
Mary Angel?
Like Merry Christmas. I want to be able to retire at some point in my life. Right now I have zero savings. Well, maybe 10,000.
Okay.
What do you suggest for somebody that can just to start because they don't make enough money to actually hire somebody yet?
So I'm going to make you a bet. So I'm going to give you my cell phone number and you're going to text me every day between now and the end of the year. Every day. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Every day. What I'm going to ask you is that every day, you have to text me and say, this is how many people I spoke to, and this is how many appointments I booked. I'm going to ask you to commit to 2 hours of prospecting, 5 days a week. That means 10 hours of power. Now, the deal though is between now and the end of the year, you have to book 100 appointments. On the 100th appointment with text messages every day, I'm going to wire $10,000 into your savings account. Okay?
You got it.
Okay. How many days a week do you have to text me?
7.
7. Starting when?
Tomorrow.
Thank you. That's the right answer.
On the road back to Texas.
Thank you very much. Okay, so Mary Angel, do we have an agreement? Come here. I need a handshake. Is she going to do 100 appointments, you guys? Promise? All right, everybody, welcome back. I have to introduce you to the world famous Mary Angel. Thank you so much for joining us today. So they just watched this video of our exchange at the summit.
Yep.
And I guess the $64,000 question is, what did it take and what did you have to overcome?
Oh, goodness. I had to get over myself.
What does that? What do you mean?
Thinking of all the things why this wasn't really happening.
Yeah.
And then I had 3-day drive back to Houston, so I was trying to make phone calls and text on the road. So
That's
that
illegal.
I had my daughter with me.
Okay, that's good. That's good.
So she was doing that. And then I got home and I had, life happens.
Yes.
And I had 2 weddings. I came back for the elite retreat and the thingy, and I texted you and said, okay, I'm going to be at elite retreat and the Edge, and how am I going to do the calls while I'm there? And you said, before, at lunch, and after. I'm like, I can't even get out of it that day.
So here's what I know.
Did it.
You text me every day,
Yes.
and you emailed me every day,
Yes.
and you put the numbers in the app.
Yes.
And what you guys have to understand is this beautiful woman had 2 weddings, multiple events. Your house had to be redone. You had days where there was no cell signal. There was days where there was no Wi-Fi. You had at least 15 things that would have stopped the average person. They would not have persevered through everything you persevered. Look the camera right in the eye and tell them, how do they get over their BS and just follow through? Because you did it.
You have to get to a point where this is what you have to do. You can't let anything get in the way. It's total commitment. And I had a lot of people around me supporting me, my kids, my friends, because I told people, and they would be, Mary Angel, have you made your calls? How are you doing? Are you still doing it? And I had to. So the other thing, I didn't want to let Tom down. This is true. Yeah. And I didn't want to let my coach down. And I didn't want to let my kids down. So it just, I had to do it. And even when I had those things, I had 3 back procedures in the fog coming out of that, and I'm like, I have to make my calls.
You were making phone calls on medication?
Yes.
Did you book appointments on medication?
Yes.
Okay, there's someone watching right now that you're literally saying to yourself, no, this isn't real. There's no way. Or like a lot of people today, when we shared Mary Angel's story, 1,000 of us sat in the room and we were blown away by the fact that you just persevered beyond all the typical things that stop us. But you shared something. Because listen, she ended up booking 103 appointments between the summit and the end of the year and tracked and measured everything. You told the story that you booked 15 appointments with people that are friends. Tell that story. From your church, was it?
I called people from church that I knew and I said, hi, I've been in this contest and I have to do this thing and I need to set appointments. And I know you're not selling your house right now, but I wondered if maybe I could come over and just tell you how I would do it when you get ready to sell your house, whether that's in 5 years or 20 years, just so I can have an appointment, please. And they were like, yeah, sure, come over. And one of them actually, I did 15 or 20 of those. And one of them actually turned into a listing.
So I want to be clear. Those are BS appointments, Coach. Those are total BS appointments. And yet you did 103 appointments. And maybe what they don't know, how long have you been selling real estate? What year did you get started?
1969.
So,
I was 3.
So she's 3 years old. It's 1969. She gets her real estate license. I was born in 1970. You have been selling real estate. God bless your little body socks.
I was pregnant with him when I was starting.
Mom, I love it. So you've had this career, and somewhere something went sideways. Because what I know is, before I met you at the summit, how many homes had you sold from January to August?
I'd only closed 3 last year.
3 transactions. And in Houston, Texas, what is your average sales price?
About $220.
About $220. So when I asked you the question, do you have a lot of money in your savings account? You said 0, no 10 grand, maybe it's 0. I think with 3 transactions, she was being pretty authentic. Now, I know you went on 103 appointments, so I assume you did like 93 transactions or no transactions. How many did you do?
I finished up with 13 completed. I had a couple of them that went south during the process, but I did as much in that 4 months, more than, almost double actually, as I did the first 8 months of the year. And it was strictly by paying attention, not letting anything get in the way. Didn't matter, I had to do it.
You called old leads, your past clients, your friends,
leads.
5-year-old leads, your church group. I mean, you really went for it. So I want you to tell everybody, the best thing that I really want them to get is, can anybody do it?
Yes, anybody. You just have to put your mind to it.
And then tell them your schedule. Because remember I said you got to do 2 hours a day and you got to text me.
I'd get up and I would clean up my emails, which I'm not going to do anymore.
Good job.
And I would do an hour of calling about then, and then I would go do appointments and other things, and then I'd do another half hour, and then another half hour, and just kind of. That first thing in the morning, and then at night, I would first it was the texting, and then the emailing, and there was one night that I got to midnight, and I was like, I have not texted Tom yet. Wait a minute. It's 10 o'clock in California. I'm okay.
And you did it.
Yeah, I did it.
And you never missed a day. And you did it on, like, my daughter's getting married, and I'm like, that's awesome. Yeah. Thank you for checking in. And for 5 days a week, from basically August, September, October, November, December, you transformed your business.
Yeah, I did. I did.
I just want you to know, from the entire TFYC community, I know that this check helped, but I know it's not the defining factor.
The defining factor was how much I improved my business.
Absolutely.
And how much I changed my perspective.
Yes. So I'm going to go on record. I don't know, this will be out like in a couple days. And when it goes out, I want you all to know that you and I and Mary, we're all the same. It just comes down to making a commitment. She had every excuse in every story, right? And you're texting me like, I have no Wi-Fi, I had to go someplace else to even email you because my phone wasn't working. She had every excuse, but you persevered.
I did it.
And I just want you to know, from the entire Tom Ferry Show ecosystem, everybody that was watching the summit, saw it live or face-to-face, that we love you, we're proud of you, and you're in every penny.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for being you.
Appreciate it.
Super proud. Mary Angel, everybody. Watch this show, make a decision, make a commitment. Could you do 100 appointments in the next 4 months? Who would you have to be? What would you have to give up? What would you have to do differently to just persevere and commit like this angel? Thanks so much for watching. See you on the next show. Hey, thanks so much for watching. We have a number of events coming up, and we'd love to have you there. Visit tomferry.com/events and reserve your spot today.